to Everyday Kentucky. On August 12th, Octalux is hosting a free music festival at the Moondance Amphitheater here in Lexington.
Look at you, Jim Pauls. Well,
right.
you're
Good
learning
time.
so much.
That's
So
right.
this morning, we're actually joined by Brandon Hurley, and of course, we have Steve. Thank you both so much for being here.
Absolutely.
What is Octalux all about?
Octalux is the band I've been in for 3,000 years, and we decided we were going to record an album during COVID, and we were like, well, how do we do this? Well, we've done this before. Why now? What's special about now? And we're like, hey, I just stumbled across a statistic. Boy, if I could speak English, that would be great.
It's all right.
If I could speak English. Anyway, 17.3% of Kentuckians are diagnosed with a disability. And according to the ADA, that is one or more functional liabilities with activities of daily living, grocery shopping, taking a shower, whatever. And we're like, you know what? There's every group of people has a parade or a day or a flag or an event, but the one thing that cuts across all of them, you can be, you know, a Democrat with a disability, or a Republican, or tall or short, or black or white, or gay or straight. And we thought, you know what? There's always pandering, you know, Jimmy needs a new whatever, you know, or we need to raise awareness. Muscular dystrophy is X, Y, or Z. And those things are true, and there are real needs. And we thought, you know what, let's take away the pandering and give them something just for them without, because you know you have shoes on.
Yeah.
You know you have a tie on. I don't need to tell you that. So if I were in a wheelchair, or if I used a rollator or an assisted device, I already know that. So what are you telling me, right? So we wanted to put on a taste of Kentucky. It's not all rock music. We have various styles, but it was specifically for them. You know, if they have families or caregivers or kids or aunts or uncles, would come on out and celebrate with us to give you guys something that isn't pandering. It's just, we're open. If you want to see some music, there you go.
What a fantastic idea.
I know.
It really
It
is.
started with an ego stroke, because mine and Chase's the drummer, and our birthday's in the same week. And in 2019, we're like, next year we're going to rent out the pavilion downtown, and it's going to be for us. And then COVID happened, so that kind of wiped that away. And I still had the idea. I was like, big deal. You know, we've played shows before. Why do we need an ego stroke? So we teamed up with A Brighter Future. They're a company here in town that provides cognitive retraining for people with traumatic brain injuries. A lot of my friends have traumatic brain injuries. They're fantastic people. So it's not specifically for brain injury, but the other half of A Brighter Future works with autism and MRDD. And I was like, wait a second, chocolate and peanut butter. Everybody likes chocolate and peanut butter. People like music, people like free, and people like fun.
And so this was
So IWY was born. And
this was born.
IWY is short for, because it's easy to say for people that have speech difficulties. It's short for I can, so like hosting a TV show, you can do that. And then we can do it, like if one of you two were new, and then eventually you can do it. So we shorten it down.
Teaching together and empowerment. So I can, we can, and then you can.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
much.
I
love
love
that.
that.
And whatever it is, you know, you may not be the greatest at it, but who cares? You know, I can play basketball, but I'm definitely not LeBron James.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this kind of hits home. I mean, this is got a real deep meaning, Steve, right?
Yes, absolutely. This is one of those scenarios where when he reached out to me, there was a lot of things on my plate. So I said, you know, if you go ahead and get the following things started, meet this criteria, then I'll meet you the other half of the way as a producer and whatnot. And you know, once he met that, I was just like, okay, I see you've got something here. Your message is more developed. You've got a logo that really like pops. You know, you've got people vested in this, and we've got a trajectory that we can move on. Like, here's something we can work with. We can shoot forward. He showed me the location he had in mind. We walked that. I was like, I've never been here before. This is awesome. If you've ever seen the Moondance Amphitheater before in Lexington, it's gorgeous. It's right in the middle of a really cultivated area, business. What would you call it? Like the business park. I mean,
Yeah, it's a beautiful park in the middle of all these buildings.
It's awesome. The design, it's circular, almost egg-shaped. When we were taking a look at it, it's like, you know, how do we position things? Where do we go? Boring producer stuff. But this is event planning. This is, you know, what do we need to do in terms of marketing, advertising, planning, getting the people, and then the facilitation of the rest. It's like, you know, what do you have? how do we go for it, and then it's like the rest is just implementation. So, but yeah, we want to bring everybody out, and we have a little bit, you know, a little bit of everything for everybody's tastes, and we're continuing to add to that roster, I think.
So give us all the details one last time, how we can know more information if we want to find you all on social media. Give us those deets.
So we've got the Facebook page link available. From there we've got, it's going to be Saturday, August 12th, 12 to 5 p.m. It's going to be in the Moondance Amphitheater in Lexington, Kentucky. Again, those details will be on the IWY Facebook page. And
we're on TikTok too.
And we're on TikTok too. I
Well,
understand.
look at that.
He's the TikToker, so I'm
I'm not
excited.
very good at it.
Well, look at you and Jim. You guys have that both in common.
We
That's
appreciate
okay.
you. And one last question: do you need tickets or just show up?
No,
How's this
it
work?
is
Just
absolutely
show up.
free. That's why I
Yep.
wanted it to be free. We're open. You want to come? Great. If you get bored, go home.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you
All right.
both.